Hey, Kaylee, it's Wednesday again.
Hey,
It
how's it
keeps
going?
happening. No, pretty good. How are you,
I'm doing good.
Coco? I'm gonna do some multitasking while we get going. It's Wednesday night. It's TNT's off the rail. I'm Bud. That's Kaylee up there.
Hey,
Don't forget to check out. Let's see if I can get it right. I'm not gonna get it right. I don't know. It's over. It's down there somewhere. Go visit the group. There it is.
I can't see you anymore,
I
so
know
I
you
can't
can't
help
see it
you
anymore. You
out.
can't help me out. It's right there. TNT Off the Rail Show group. Go check it out. It's your way to get stuff shared to the group real quick and easy. Would love to share your story, any kind of story. If you did something amazing, super awesome, I want to talk about a cool tournament director or a cool tournament you went to, something like that. Anything. Share your
That
whatever stats. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Check out the group. Find out how to share them with us. I'm multitasking, so please don't take offense.
don't you
Trying to
always?
yeah, I'm trying to make sure people come and hang out at our show, and watch and stuff like that. Be a part of the show. Here we'll change it over here in a second. We'll get the chat box going down below. You can be part of the show. We got a cool show coming up for you. We're going to be talking to somebody really, really, really cool. Who do we got coming up tonight? Katie, tell them.
We have April Larson, junior, five-time junior national champion, and professional pool player. So let's see, it's been a couple weeks, and we were going to have her on, and she's been busy at tournaments, and so finally I get to talk to her tonight.
She is really busy and she's been doing
Mhm.
some really cool stuff. So I'm looking forward to
I know, I
talking
can't
to
wait.
her. It's going to be
Yeah,
awesome. Um, some other cool stuff went on. We saw that match, and we probably won't talk about it too much because I don't know, it was a little weird. I'm not even sure exactly how it ended. To be perfectly honest, that Shane match, Shane and um,
oh,
I'm drawing a complete blank names right now. Horrible pool news guy. I can't remember names. Um, yes, we did see those pictures,
I just
Jim.
saw, I just saw that Abe won the APA championship, I
Did
think,
he?
just now. Yeah.
Yeah, Superman. That's the only thing I could think of. Jim was Superman. I can't think of his name for some reason. It's driving me nuts. Shane and Superman played. Didn't they ended up uh, chopping it or something. It seemed like that was somebody who was telling me.
Mm.
We're going to get the chat box. Jim Goldring's hanging out in the chat box, talking to us.
Hey, Jen.
He shared some really cool pictures over there, and we shared them on the TNT page and the TNT Off the Rail page as well,
Mhm.
from the bags and billiards thing on
Yes,
Canton. Looked like
yes.
they had a
Jody had her event, and we'll have to have her back on and tell us how she did.
It looked like it was a ton of
Lots of
fun. There
good
was a
pictures.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jim tagged us a bunch of really cool pictures, and
Hmm.
looks like it was a blast. So I can look forward to
Yeah.
finding out some more about that. Um, yeah, join us in the chat box and hang out a little later on, and you'll be able to ask April some questions too. Larry Traum in the house. What's going on, buddy? Lots of pool going on this weekend. We've got some tournament flyers we're going to share with you. Uh, couple covering a couple weeks. There's a lot going on this weekend. A lot of stuff. Um,
Yeah. There's a lot going on.
I
Every weekend now, it seems.
yeah, it seemed and for some reason to me it seemed like this was supposed isn't this supposed to be the weird season for pool? And now it seems like maybe we're trying to catch up or
Yes,
something like
they
that.
don't like to play in the summer, but they always end up playing.
Right, yeah. Nobody plays pool in the summer except for all the people who play pool in the summer. So
Yeah.
hey, it works out. We're gonna do our best to keep bringing you stuff. Randy, I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm gonna take you up on that. Everybody keeps wanting to play me. I don't know why. I think they just want to feel good when they beat me because I'm not very good at pool. But I'm gonna take
Hey, did they
people up
make
on
you
it. I
play? You
will.
did just win a tournament, to be
Yeah,
fair.
it was a long time ago, and it was weird, but it happens. But um, no, I'm gonna start doing them. I'm going to. I'm ready, Randy. We'll get set up. Hey, I need to catch up with you, Randy. Sunday actually. We don't shoot this week. Next week when we shoot, we'll do that. All the TNT leagues are offered for Mother's Day. Yay, mothers! Um,
Yes.
If
Happy early Mother's Day.
Yes, if you're just joining us, thank you so much for hanging out. And don't forget that like and subscribe button, like and follow, turn on all your cool light notifications, click the bell, do some stuff in the Facebook side. You can make sure you do it on both so you don't miss stuff. A lot of cool things coming up. We're working on some stuff. I'm coming to Kaylee's place, and we're gonna do a show from her house real soon.
You keep
Um,
saying that.
I'm
Yeah.
going to at some point something is not gonna break in my house, and I'm gonna be able to do it. So. That's how it's going to work. Um, and I wanted to
Yep.
give a shout out. This is going to sound really weird. I got to give a couple quick shout outs because we are going to call April here in. Trying to find the time, probably like 10 minutes or so, right? I think that's when you told
Mhm.
her. So we're gonna get hooked up there with April and talk to her. So that's gonna be a ton of fun. Tell your friends, call them all right now. Start a watch party. Do your thing. I'm gonna do this real quick. Let me pay some bills, and then we'll come back, talk for a second, and then we'll get a hold of April. Um,
Cool.
yeah, well let me do that. Let me pay some bills here. Let's do that. Right, no, that's the wrong one. Pizza Ranch. Come visit us, 3900 East Lincoln Way in Sterling, Illinois. Our fresh salad bars, single topping and signature pizzas, country's best chicken, sides, desserts, and more, all available on the buffet from 11 to 8, and carry out and delivery available from 11 to 9, along with the fun zone. Go to pizzaranch.com to find out all about the buffet, carry out delivery hours, along with their menu, and get your order started online. We look forward to serving you at Pizza Ranch, 3900 East Lincoln Way, Sterling, Illinois, 815-716-8599. Oh, where's my... I'm stuck, Kaylee. There we go. I couldn't find us. There we are. Sorry. Too many
Bye.
screens. Too many things going on. So we're back. Feel like there was something there was another one I was going to do. The shout outs. First to my amazing daughter, Rena. Her birthday today. Happy birthday, Rena.
Happy
Um,
birthday, Nina.
she just moved. I'm hoping she's enjoying where she's going. What was the other shout out? And this is probably going to sound really weird, to the lady at my bank. I bank at, if you're familiar with it, the Wood Forest banks, because they have the really cool weird hours. But she called me like an hour after I was at my bank and called me because I was depositing in some league money, and she had made a mistake in my favor. Well, not it didn't, the mistake didn't favor me at first, but she called to let me know that she had made a mistake and was going to fix it up for me. Luckily, because somehow I didn't even notice it. Um, well, I hadn't
Cool.
gotten to noticing it, but she got to it before me and called me, and I don't know why. It's not something that
That's
seems
pretty
like it happens very often. So gotta
yeah.
gotta give props. Good job. I don't remember her
Yeah.
name. I don't know if she even told me, but good job. Um. So yeah, we're gonna call April in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You got any turn? Are you doing any road tripping this weekend or no? It's Mother's Day, but there's a lot of
Let's see.
tournaments.
No, not this weekend. I have some stuff going on Saturday. And then yep, Sunday's Mother's Day. So
Ah,
not going on any tournaments. I'm hoping it'll be nice out this weekend.
it's supposed to be nice out. We'll see what it
Yeah,
does. But like I said, there are a ton of tournaments going on this weekend. Don't
there
forget,
are.
yeah, we're going to show you just a small handful of them, and we'll tell you about how to find out more. Because there's a ton
I
of
can
great
post them to
groups.
the page too.
What's that?
I can post them to the page too.
Yeah, we share a ton of them through the TNT Facebook page and the Off the Rail page as well. So you can always find all the stuff we might not talk about right here on the show, or might not forget the show, but we'll talk about it. You can find it on the TNT Facebook page and in the Off the Rail group. Um, Man, I feel like there was something that I forgot to write down. I actually prepared myself today. I have papers and
Well,
everything.
you didn't if you didn't write it down.
But there's something I didn't write down that I feel like I didn't write down that I'm forgetting. So I got my awesome. I finally picked it up. I got my beautiful pigeon coop shirt. Good job,
Oh,
Jeremiah.
you
Thank you.
just now got it.
I just finally picked it up. Well, I picked it up the other
Mhm.
night when I saw you. I just
Oh,
finally got around to getting it. Because I,
mhm.
I told you I'm a passenger. I am
Yeah.
strictly I am a passenger, and I go where things take me. So that's just how that goes. Um,
Passenger in life.
yeah, that's how it goes. Um, don't forget, operators and directors. We're still looking for you. We got a little segment. It's going to be pretty much mostly my stuff because, well, I'm proud of my players and I'm going to show people. But other operators from all over, we want to share your stuff too. Show off your work. Show off your handiwork. Show the efforts of your labors and stuff. Let share your standings and show your players. Let people know how they're doing. Shout out their achievements for the week and things like that. Send them to us. Check out the Off the Rail group show and find out how to do it. It'll be tons of fun. So whenever you're ready or whenever she's ready, you just let me know and we'll bring her in there. You do your
Okay.
thing and we'll get started. So, and hopefully it'll
So
come to me.
we moved Blake to next week,
We
right?
did. We were supposed to talk. Blake. We were supposed to talk to Blake the week before. The first time we were supposed to talk to April,
Mhm.
I think.
Yep.
We had some issues there, and things got moved around, and then I messed up and forgot how to read a calendar, and booked him with April, and we didn't want to make them share time. So Blake,
Yeah, I
Blake,
know the
Blake
rest.
was such a nice guy and was like, "Oh yeah, I'll come in next week." So we're gonna talk to Blake next week. That's the plan right now. So
Cool.
it'll be a ton of
So
fun.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to call her.
All right. Kaylee's gonna get April added. She's gonna pop in there. So hopefully she remembers we're live. Where is she at? You're gonna tell
She's
us
in
about.
Ohio right
She's in
now.
Ohio
Yeah.
right now. So don't
Yep.
ask
She's
her what
living
time. Don't whatever you do. Don't ask her what time it is.
Why?
Because I don't. What do you think she knows? I don't even know what time it
Oh,
is in Ohio. I can't
oh,
remember.
well, it's an hour. It's 6:12 there.
It's
I
six
had
twelve
you have
there.
to figure this out.
Okay.
I think she just joined.
I kind of see her.
Hey,
Hey, there
there
she
she is.
is.
Hello.
Hi, April. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we were just talking about the time change, the time zone, how we had to coordinate the. Are you at? Is it 6 o'clock there? 6:15?
It is currently. Let me
Right.
see.
She didn't.
Hold on. It's 8:15 or
Oh, it's
8:13.
hour past.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
time zones are weird. I don't know. How you doing, April?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm just peachy.
Just peachy. Gotta love it.
So are you playing in a tournament in Ohio?
No, my boyfriend lives here.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So Dallas, right, is where you're at now?
Yeah, Dallas. Yep.
Yep. And you're a house pro down there?
Yep. House pro at Sticks and Stones.
Six and
So
Stone. Okay,
yeah,
cool. So yeah, you've been busy with different tournaments and stuff. What do you have going on right now?
very busy. So I just got back from California with the match
Oh,
against Melissa. Helen is her name currently. I think it used to be Herndon. Um, she's a phenomenal player and an even more phenomenal human being off the table.
yeah.
I got the pleasure of spending some time with her after the tournament or after the match, and she's wonderful. And then I played the tournament out there, and I'm just taking this week until Friday, and then I have kind of like an expo with Brian Pauly, the trick shot artist. He's coming down to Sticks and Stones, and we're gonna try to. I think he's doing one in the morning for the juniors this Saturday morning, and then we'll do one later that night as well for the general population, like any
Awesome.
age. So
Awesome.
yeah,
How big is that pool hall then? Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones is a decent size. They're all diamonds, so they have 5 or 6 9-footers, and then they have, I would say, 10 to 12 7-footers.
Hmm, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So, and do you have a big juniors? Is
Yeah,
it like
big
a
junior
league
scene
there?
down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. So Sunday mornings, I think starts at 11 or noon, I believe, is a junior league, and they have quite a few juniors. I've been working with one. She is very very talented. Haven't seen her in a while because I think they moved, but when I first moved down there, I worked with her for a while. Her name will come to me. Just if you give me a moment, her name will come to me. But we worked together a lot. At the end of last year, we saw each other once this year, I think. But she's got a super bright future for sure.
Cool. How old is she?
Um, she's one of the younger ones. I want to say she's 10 or 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Savannah? Okay.
No, Savannah lives in Vegas, I believe.
Okay.
So, but she's talented too.
Oh
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
She's
she's
awesome.
she's
making
making
waves.
she's making lots of noise right now.
Yes, she
Yeah,
is.
she is. Makes me happy to see.
Yep. Yep. So they call you the grinder. Who gave you that nickname?
So Johnny Archer actually gave me that nickname when I was 2015 or 16, the first Atlantic Challenge Cup, which was the Junior Moscone Cup.
Mhm.
We had a week-long training session. I want to say it was at Jeanette Lee's like boot camp. I think we stayed at her house.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we did a week-long training, and I kept getting down. Like, so the team from Lindenwood that I actually ended up going to their college, they came
I saw
down
that, yeah.
to help train us because that was really good competition preparing to play Team Europe, who at the time was like Federgorst and Christina Tkach, you know, like all the people I grew up with playing
Yeah.
against from Team Europe. And so we were playing them in the training camp, and I kept getting down like very far, like 7-0, and I would come back and win like 9-7, 9-8 in the practice matches. And he's like, you do it every time. He's like, you give them like a 7-game head start, and then you actually start playing pool. So
I'm terrible at coming back like that.
Really? Yeah, I don't know. Everybody says it. They're like, why don't you think it'd just be easier to like start at that gear instead of wait? And I'm like, yeah.
It makes for good TV, right?
Yeah.
Now, and just real quick, I wanted to jump in. The Lindenwood, I think Kaylee asked me about this, and it just finally clicked. That's Mark Wilson's old college program, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you went there for a while?
Yes. Yep. So I was there until it kind of fizzled out. Unfortunately, the school cut all non-NCAA sports, and they went straight NCAA, which was a huge bummer because, I mean, we pretty much won the majority, if not all of the nationals. So we were bringing back national titles
Yeah, you
for
guys,
Lindenwood.
you were a strong pro. When we talked to Mark, I remember him. He talked very fondly of the program and a lot of the kids in it. And it was a shame to hear that it ended the way it did, because it was a great program, and you guys had an amazing record.
Yeah, he put like his heart in. I've never seen a man more dedicated to the sport and growing it, especially for people our age. You know, he was in there almost every single day. He kept the tables pristine, the room pristine. We were all super respectful of the room, and if we weren't, he did not play. You know, if you weren't respectful of his rules, you were not on the team, which is how it needed to be. To try to show the school that we respected them, and we respected the fact that they gave us space for this, considering it was the only school or college in the country that offered scholarship for it. So, yeah, it was a huge bummer. Like, the whole team was super affected by it. You know, he was very affected by it. I mean, still to this day, he talks about it. So, yeah.
Are you in touch with many of the kids from the program?
We've kind of gone, you know, separated a little bit more than the first like bit afterwards. Like, we kept in touch for a while, and then, you know, I got super busy with pool. Some of them went on to do more schooling. Some of them, you know, went on to get a big boy, big girl job, which, you know, is reasonable after you go to college for 4 years. So yeah, I mean, we kind of all went our separate ways, but, you know, there's always Facebook, social media, you know, where we kind of keep up with each other, you know, with what we post. But yeah, it's crazy to think that I haven't been on campus in like over 2 years, you know, because I went online for the last year and a half. So yeah. It's crazy. It feels like it was yesterday.
I saw you went to school for something else also. Did you go for finance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I figured like the main reason I was going to that school was for pool, but if I was going to go to an expensive private school like that, I was like, should probably go for something that'll help me get it back. You know?
Yeah.
Well, you got to be able to manage all that money you're going to be pulling in. I mean, you've had some impressive finishes lately.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. She beat me recently. Yeah.
No, it's been
yeah. Go ahead.
It's easy to play like your highest level when you're enjoying every second of your life, you know, like I mean it when I go on Facebook and I'm like, I wake up every day in like a hotel somewhere else, and it's just like,
and get to play pool for a living.
Yeah, this is what I wanted when I started playing pool, so how can I complain ever, you know?
Yeah. So how old are you now?
Just turned 22 on Thursday. So
wow. Yeah, so you're just living your best life.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
For those of our viewers that might not know, do you want to give us a little background on like how old we were and your story of when you got into the
Yeah.
pool?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
So I kind of joked that I have my sister to thank because her and I were best friends. Like nobody could come between us, but we also were worst enemies. We hated each other at some moments in time, and we fought so much. So my mom had Wednesday nights to go to bingo, and my dad had Thursday nights to go to pool. So they had their one night where they didn't have to deal with us. And when Dad was home, we knew better. We were like, let's not mess around. You know, he'll crack the whip. Like, relax. You know, when my mom was home, we like to test the waters. Why?
All kids
Because
do.
why not? You know.
Yeah.
So my dad was tired of getting phone calls about us fighting. You know, at home. So he took me with to pool league, and it took about 2 years of line dancing with like 80-year-olds at the bar that we were at. I loved it. I had a blast. And it was my dad's whole side of the family who I didn't get to see often, but once we switched bars and I didn't have line dancing and it wasn't so new to see my family that much, I kind of started getting I not really bored, but just kind of antsy, you know, when it would get later in the night. So I asked my dad if I could get a table and start practicing or just hitting balls, you know, just to do something. And he let me, and I had tried every other sport at this point as well. T-ball, gymnastics, swimming, you name it. Couldn't
Not
even
your
hit the
thing.
ball on the tee. So like here we are, you know, and I was like, I could kind of see the angles. I really just loved everything that had to do with pool, the people, because it was my family, everything at the time. So I started playing when I was like 8. I started hitting balls, and then I asked my dad if I could join a league, but at the time you had to be 9, so I had to wait a year
Really? You had to be
until
9 to play league?
yeah, just because I mean it was good because you can start earlier, but in order to start teaching proper form, which was the league director of the junior league, June Myers, she's now on the women's pro tour. She has been for a while. I shouldn't say just now, but she's the person who like did everything as far as it goes with my fundamentals. She started me on it. She trained me very hard. She introduced me to BEF. She did literally everything to jumpstart my pool career.
Yeah.
And
They
she
still
she
sponsor
thought,
you, right? Your local league?
what's that?
Your local league, they still sponsor you, right? I
This
saw.
is a different league. This is
Oh,
the
okay.
league that I was on with my dad.
Gotcha.
That's the one I joined with them. But the junior league is it's like the VNEA juniors that they have in Erie, Pennsylvania a lot now. It used to be all over the country, but they've had it at Erie for quite a while now. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I tell people, I'm like, I kind of landed at the right place at the right time. It was good. I had to wait till I was 9 because then she saw potential in me and she took it and ran with it. And now here we are. Like, yeah.
That's so funny to me that you had to wait till you were 9 because we have to I always have to tell people they have to wait till they're 21. You know, there's some bars that we
Yeah.
have for league that you can't, you know, get in. So we have that
Yeah, for
discussion
sure.
sometimes, but your limit was 9. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so you're also you're on the WPBA tour right now also, right? Or doing some tournaments there?
I was before this year. This year, because of just a couple conflicts with other contracts I have with my sponsors, I couldn't sign it. I'm not counting it out for years to come. Definitely not. I mean, obviously, it was a very tough choice for me not to be because they're all my girls. I mean, they're all my family. They're who I have been around for the last 7 years of my life. So yeah, I definitely hope to get back on there. Whether that be next year or the year after, I don't know. If I even get invited, I don't know. I obviously hope I do, get invited to come back because I would love to. I just need to get some prior commitments sorted out, and then hopefully I'll be back on the tour. So right now I'm kind of just going wherever I want, whenever I want, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah. So I met you in Peoria at one
Yeah.
of Jock Foods tournaments at Rex on the Rocks there.
Yep.
And I heard you tell him, yeah, you just drove through the night and drove up to play in that. Yeah. And you won
Yep.
both of them. You won the 8 and the 9 ball, right?
Yep. I got that was a tough one. like going back and forth from the 7-footer to the 8
It was.
or the 7 to the 9.
Yeah.
That was tough because he played them, which was different. It was fun, you know. It was just a different way to play them. He played them both the entirety of Saturday and Sunday. So you would have a match on the 7-footer, then you'd have a match on the 9-footer, and then you'd go back to the 7-footer, and you'd just go back and forth. So to keep your game consistent from from playing 8-ball on the
It was tough.
7-footer
Yeah.
to 9-ball, it was different. It was definitely different.
It was nice that you were playing all the time, but you didn't have any long waits or anything. But
Yeah, no, not at all. It was get to do what I love and do it consistently. Sometimes by the end, like here in Cali, I was wore out. It was definitely like
sure.
I gave it 100% that match on Friday night, and then played back-to-back Saturday, back-to-back Sunday. I was like, I'm okay with third. Like typically I want to push myself, but when I was out, it was almost kind of like
Yeah.
it's just kind of like
A relief. Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what is your game of choice? I mean, if it came down to it, which
Question?
I would probably say 9-ball on a 9-foot, just because you have so much more room to let your cue ball loose, your stroke loose. You can, you know, hit things confidently. I feel like on a 7-foot, like a bar box, you can't really let your stroke out. It's more of like, I compare it to golf. You know, like a 9-footer is like actual golf, and then a 7-footer is kind of like putt-putt. They're both hard. Like they're both extremely hard. If you let your stroke out on a 7-footer, you're probably going to get hooked because you can't control the speed. You know, they're both very difficult in their own senses, but I like
Do you
letting
golf
my
also?
What's that?
Do you golf also?
No, absolutely not. I cannot hit the golf ball. No. No.
So, how much time do you and you with all the traveling that you do because you have been so busy?
Mhm.
Do you find yourself getting enough time to get to the tables at your venues to kind of find yourself, get past the travel time to sit in the car or whatever it is, and be able to get back into that mode, or have you ended up at maybe kind of running a little late at a tournament too, and how's that been affecting the runs?
Yeah, so I mean, both have kind of happened. If I'm driving, I try to get there as early as possible, but you know, if you can't really like plan for when you get tired, and safety is most important to me. So if I get tired on the way somewhere, I'm not gonna just, you know, nod off and risk that. So
That's good.
there's definitely been a little bit of both. I try to plan to get there a day early, but like I said, sometimes that doesn't happen, and I have to push it back depending on how far the drive is. But I'll drive anywhere from, you know, 15 minutes down the road to 34 hours across the country. So I love driving. It's kind of when I can put my phone down, and I love people, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's nice to put the phone down and not have to respond to people, not have to worry about anything, just kind of clear your mind. Because they know I'm going to respond to them as soon as I get to my destination, and you probably shouldn't be on your phone anyways. So
Right.
yeah, it's just yeah. So like for California, I flew this trip. The last couple trips I've been flying everywhere, so I flew in, got some practice the whole day before. I was there hitting balls, and then for a few hours before the match, but I didn't hit balls leading up to it because I knew that I was going to be playing for such a long time in the match that I played for like 2-ish hours prior. Then I went and got out for a little bit, came back, and then started the match. So I was kind of refreshed, had just gotten something light to eat and ready for the match. So
What kind of you talking about that? What is your normal pre tournament routine as far as you get to where you're going, settle in, throw the stuff in the.
yeah. So I usually like to go check in if I have time to go check in first, and I know that I'll have quite a bit of time at the tournament room to like make sure everything's settled, I'm paid, everything's done and finalized for me to be in the tournament. Otherwise, I'll stop by the tournament, make sure that's all done first if it's like a 2-hour time frame, just because I want to make sure if there's anything that is going to take a little bit more time that it gets handled before the tournament starts. And I make sure the tournament time, like start time, is what I think, because sometimes I've been like,
Good player.
Yeah, this one time I showed up to a tournament. I think it was the Junior Norris tournament, in Louisiana, and I planned it. Why, I don't know. I really don't know how this all happened, but I thought that the main event, like the men's tournament, started Friday, and since I was out there, I was just gonna play it because why not?
Yep.
So I get there Thursday, right? Like Thursday at a reasonable time, and I go in there. I'm hanging out with people, and I hear somebody say like, are you playing in like the one pocket or whatever tournament was the first one that was supposed to take 3 days or something? And I was like, no. They're like, why are you here then? I was like, what do you mean? Why am I here? Like, the tournament starts tomorrow. They're like, the tournament don't start till Saturday. So I was there Thursday, Friday, and then the tournament started Saturday. I was like, okay, well, here we
Better
are.
be early than late, though.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my pre-shot or my pre-tournament routine is basically just kind of getting as relaxed as possible, because I know as soon as like the first match starts, you always get that little like jitter or nerve right away. So I try to be as calm as possible when I go into my first match.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, sorry, Kaylee. If you could come up with one dream match right now, there was somebody that you could just, I mean, right now you could just call them out and knew you could play the match. Who and what would it be?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know.
Way to put it on the spot.
That's how I roll.
Honestly, if it were to test my ability, because that's kind of what I want to do right now, to see where my game is as opposed, like, compared to the best female on the planet right now. Kelly, I'm not calling her out. In no way, shape, or form am I calling her out. I just think it would be a really fun match for me to see how I could do against Kelly Fisher in a long race. I think that would be really fun.
Have you played her before at all?
I've played her, I think, twice, both in Fairfield, Illinois. The first, or not Illinois, Fairfield, Iowa. So the first time, I think she kind of wiped the floor with me, which is to be expected. She played phenomenal, as she always does. And then the second time, it was like 7-3, 7-4. It was to get back into the finals. So her and Christina had just played, and then she, I think, wanted to get back to the finals quite bad. So I was unfortunately blocking her path, and she was made very short work of me. But I just think it would be fun. She's an amazing player, an amazing person, and you know, females right now are having a really tough time beating her, and males. It's not just females, but
Yeah.
I mean, if you've looked at the past 3 women's pro events, she's won them all. You know, she's playing phenomenal, and I just think it would be really fun to test my skills against hers. Now, would I like to put a lot of money on that? Probably not. Probably not.
So schooling is working for you, is what I'm hearing there. All right, good.
Financially, not the best decision.
Right, good job. I mean, you guys, there's something I think that the two of you, and it's funny that you mentioned that. I think that the two of you that you guys share kind of an intensity. I think there's a lot of pictures I've seen of you that kind of remind me of pictures I've seen of her. That when you guys are shooting and stuff like that, you can see how deep in that game you are, and I think you're right. I think it'd be a great match. I'd love to see that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, no, I respect her game. I respect her as a person. Every time we talk, she tries to give me advice that where she sees my game is lacking. So just like, yeah, I have nothing ever bad to, all good things about Kelly Fisher. She's like, even off the table, she looks out for you as a person. You know what I mean? Like if there's like a buddy system, she's the first to be with somebody in a buddy system, make sure everybody's, you know, because I mean, at tournaments, you know, sometimes you hang out after the tournament or during the tournament, and she's one to always make sure everybody's included. Like, she really is kind of the epitome of like all around total package of an amazing person and player. So
well, that's awesome.
You interviewed her once, didn't you, bud?
What's that? No, we didn't get to talk to Kelly. We talked to Allison. And
Oh, that's
Allison had pretty similar words about Kelly as well. So, and
Allison's just like her.
yeah,
for
I
sure.
mean, yeah, the two of them were, yeah, they were. It was hard not to have the one without the other there for a while.
Yeah. She's like my pool mom, Allison. So
I was just
like
kind of thinking that you were describing. I'm like, well, she sounds like the perfect pool mom.
she is, yeah. So Allison kind of took me under her wing as well as far as like advice and everything. She flew me out for a weekend a while ago to just train me just out of the kindness of her heart. And like ever since then we've been kind of like a lot closer than I ever anticipated being with one of the top players in the world. But when you meet these people, you realize that they're just, they're normal people like us, and they just like to have fun. They like the game, and now they're like, she literally is like my mom. Like I call her my pool mom. So yeah.
She's awesome. She was so much fun to talk to.
Oh
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely fun to talk to. And we Hollywood and I got the chance to talk to her, and she put him in his place a couple times. It was kind of funny. She it was it
Oh
was
yeah.
she was comical. She was absolute charm to talk to.
Yeah. She's so fun.
Cool. Now you've already beat, which I did not know this until I just started kind of looking into, for the interview, that you've already beat Jeanette Lee, I saw.
Yeah. So that was probably one of the biggest moments of my career, because she was my idol from when I started. I mean, she's the first professional I met at the first BEF juniors I went to. I have pictures that I would prefer stay hidden for.
I might have saw one because I think I just saw Josh Franklin from Peoria in there in a picture with you.
Oh yeah, one of those. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's one even earlier. There's
Okay.
one when I was 9.
Oh, you're
So
finally allowed to play pool league.
yeah.
yeah. So your homegirl was. I'm grateful for puberty. We'll put it like that. It did me well. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. So we've been talking so much about how busy you are. You've got a ton of tournaments going around. Tell me about some of the awesome people that I see littering your shirt that help take care of you and get you around all these amazing tournaments.
Yeah. So I have 10 sponsors. They're all incredibly wonderful. We all work together as like a strong team to make sure everything kind of goes as planned, make sure I'm staying on the train tracks, which is sometimes hard for me because like we've talked about, I'm all over the place. But
you're 22. Yeah, having fun.
Right. So I'm gonna try to remember them all off of the top of my head. If I need to look down or turn my shirt around, I might have to do that. But I should be okay. But so Peach Hour has been with me the longest. They've been with me for 12 years now, which is crazy to me. They were the first sponsor to pick me up. They've been by my side through thick and thin. I've been through theirs. Like we're kind of again a family. So I picked up Brenna Polad. She's my backer now. She's Clinkers on my jersey right here, Clinkers. So she owns a couple bakery businesses, and she makes, baked goods, as well as she incorporates alcohol into them for, all sorts of different events like weddings.
You have our attention.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm telling you, and she's really good at it. I mean, at the Junior Norris tournament, she brought some samples for us to try before I knew who she, we hadn't signed or talked at all. I just wanted to try this baked good with alcohol. So, yeah, I tried it and it was delicious. And now she sends some sample packs to people on my team, Dominic Dunn, myself. I think she sent one to maybe Damien from Jam Up. I'm not really sure, but yeah, she's very talented. So she's my sponsored backer. So any action I get in, she's in on. Dominic Dunn I signed with Dunsky Dungeon. This year he does like all the promoting, kind of makes my schedule for me, tries to find all the tournaments I can get to and go to. Sticks and Stones moved to Dallas, Texas, to be their house pro. So I haven't been there as much as I was anticipating when I signed and moved, but when I am there. I mean, it's a great facility to practice at. They have, like I said, all diamonds. They're all really well kept up, and the atmosphere there is incredible.
Is it by the? How far is it from the airport there?
15 minutes, not even.
Okay.
I mean, it's literally right down the road, which is super convenient when traveling.
Yeah, there's a lot of layovers there. I see.
What's that?
There's a lot of layovers there on different flights and stuff at that airport. So
Yeah, yep.
Yep.
International Billiards Association is the pool league that I grew up on. This is their logo. So I've been with them for a while now too. He's a friend first, sponsor second. that's what I always say. He's a very close family friend. Scott Barrett is who runs it. He's been very supportive of me since day one. The Profits group is Darlene De Niro. She helps me with. She honestly helps me with my finances. Like she's helping with taxes, she's just a huge supporter of billiards. She's trying to change a couple things to make things run smoother for, pool players, to help their legal, I guess, like responsibilities, and how to, like, I don't know the legal
keeping
terms,
our money right.
There you go.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
So she's helping me a lot, which is I'm very grateful for, because I'd love to start that now instead of later.
Yeah.
Instead of like fix everything, just start up. Right?
Look at this schooling is paying off. Go April.
I'm telling you, it worked.
Good job, Mom and Dad. Good job.
Right? Stay in school, kids. But no, Castillo custom leather cases, not cues, cases. They made my sparkly case that everybody comments on that says a grinder. I love it very much. It is near and dear to my heart. Jam Up clothing, obviously.
I love their
Kamui.
jerseys.
And I'm missing one, I believe. And I'm a horrible person.
She's gonna figure it out. She'll figure it out.
Yes. Just give me uno momento.
She's gonna check it out.
I knew I knew it was bound to happen.
Hey,
yes, the newest signed one. That's why. We're gonna make a post about it soon, but I just signed with Fort Worth Billiards a couple months ago out of Texas. So
what was it?
Fort Worth Billiards out of Texas. They're my newest addition to the team.
That's awesome.
So they are like a vendor, I guess you could say. They kind of sell a little bit of everything. They sell other sports equipment as well, like shuffleboard, ping pong tables, I think they have ping pong tables, and just pastime activities that you could have, entertainment, and it's a huge store. It's very high quality, and Alberto is the one who I believe owns it, or is the head manager there. So we decided we were a good fit for each other, and I'm excited. I'm going to be back in Texas on Friday, so hopefully I'm going to get in there and get a picture with him so we can make a public announcement. So that's exciting. Yeah.
So
sorry, I have so many.
That's not a bad problem to have, April. It's not a bad problem to have. Have you already been to it or not? Is there an event that's got a bunch of circles on your calendar around it?
Around.
Like, is there one that you're like, this is the one that you always are looking forward to the most? I mean, is there one event throughout the year that you look forward to every year more than the others, I guess, a little bit, or?
Yeah, I would honestly say I would probably say the Junior Norris is my new looking forward to event, because they treat you unlike any tournament. I mean, they have this big buffet the second day, like the Saturday night, where it's all free for players. You literally go up, you get like home cooked barbecue. They just take care of everybody, because it's for the love of the sport and for the love of Junior Norris. So it's a great time. Everybody's there to just have fun and let loose and just enjoy, and it pulls a ton of the best players out there. I mean, Efren played in it last year. A ton of top players come. So
where's that at?
That's in Wichita Falls, Texas, I believe. It's either, yeah, I think Wichita Falls is in Texas. So yeah. So I'm actually really looking forward to that event. And yeah, that's I got to plug Dominic Dunn here. He has a big people's tournament that I have not been to, but I'm looking forward to hopefully attending this year. I know he just had it last weekend, was it? The people's
I
tournament?
think I'm trying to remember. I saw something for it, and I can't remember the dates on it.
Yeah, so hopefully I can attend the next one. I think he's having another one in September, so I'm looking forward to attending that one. And the Super Billiard Expo is always super fun because all of my sponsors are there. Like Peach Hour, Jam Up, Castillo, and Kamui were all there this year, so it was nice to reconnect after. I mean, it's been a while since the shutdown that the expo has happened. So
I was going to ask about how that. I mean, with as busy as you are all the time, I know how much you love playing. How did that really? How did the things shutting down affect you? I mean, you had to go a little crazy there for a minute.
So I actually, it's weird. It's like that whole year, first year and a half was a completely different life for me. I knew no tournaments were going to be starting up anytime soon because, I mean, the world shut down. You know what I mean? Like, it was not going to just start back up after this whole situation. So I actually took that time, lost a ton of weight, did this whole weight loss journey. I was in school still, so I took like 24 credits and I got like 3 different jobs. I was just trying to take care of my business that was outside of pool while I could, and while there was a time where pool couldn't be my number one priority because nothing was going on. So I took that as an opportunity to get my like outside life taken care of. So then when I come back in, that's all I had to focus on was pool. So I actually did not really pick up a cue for like a year and a half.
Wow.
During when those tournaments weren't happening. We had some family stuff going on, like I lost my grandparents, so it was not that there's ever a good time to lose family, but it was nice that pool wasn't so heavily on my plate, so I could, be with family, take care of that. I moved back to Minnesota, like I said, to go full-time online. So yeah, I just took care of literally everything that I possibly could during that time frame, and then I got the invite to World Pool Championships, and that's when I needed to make the decision, am I happy with pool not in my life, or am I gonna dive in and go 100% in? And I love the game first and foremost, but also I've worked my whole life, so to get that opportunity, how could I throw that away ever? And I was so honored to get that opportunity. There's so many other people in the world that want that opportunity. Of course, I'm going to take the opportunity, right? So it was a no-brainer for me to take the opportunity. And that's when I got back into it. So
we know you mentioned Peach Hour does a lot of work with juniors and stuff. Like, we know that. I know because right now they're actually in the process of doing their every year they do a little drawing to help raise money for the juniors, the BEF and event in Vegas. Do you mentioned a little bit about some of the work you've done with some of the juniors? What are some of the juniors that really, we talked about Savannah a little bit, but what are some of the other juniors kind of standing out to you right now? You seeing that you think are going the right direction?
Shoot, well, Sophia Mast is my teammate in for Dunsky Dungeon. She's the other sponsored female. She's killing it right now too. So Savannah, Sophia. I have Kennedy Myman from back home. She's been my little sister for as long as I can remember.
She just had a couple real good finishes too, didn't she? I just saw a couple posts.
Yeah, she's doing great, and it's so fun because like if she could, I have full faith that she's going to, but if she could like make a big splash on the pro scene, that would be huge for her. That would take her to a whole new level, because once you make a splash in the pro scene, then stuff starts happening.
She's got good chances. She's got a good game, and she handles herself really well.
Absolutely. I'm literally waiting on pins and needles for the moment, because I'm gonna be right there cheering her on. And Haley Marion, she's she's a strong player as well. As far as boys go, I don't know as many younger boys, but I know that Joey Tate, Eric Roberts, I grew up with Chris and Shane Wolford, Chris Reinhold and Shane Wolford, so it's so fun to see them making the waves they're making, because Chris has been on the Mosconi twice, and Shane is absolutely killing the game right now. I mean, it's so fun to see these people that I grew up with, you know, taking it to the level that they're taking it. So
I saw a quote. It looks like maybe your hometown newspaper did a story about you, and it was a cool quote that apparently adults think that juniors are the future of pool or something. It was
yeah,
funny.
yeah. I'm telling you, I got into juniors when they had the Junior Mosconi Cup. You know, they had the Junior BEF, Junior World Champion. So I literally landed in like the perfect time when everything where my life was at the time was being taken very seriously. You know, juniors were being taken extremely seriously when I joined. Now it's even more serious because they have the JIC tour and everything now.
There's a lot going on with juniors right now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great to see, because it's true. I mean, if we don't pull the interest from people at the age that they pulled my interest, I would have quit. Quite honestly, like if I didn't have June take me under her wing and see something in me, I mean, who knows where I would have been.
It's a tough sport. It's not something you just, you know, it's a tough sport, and like you said, it takes the draw and a little more to keep especially the young kids in it, you know, because you have to love the game. You really have to love the game to stick and have some support to stick with it. And you know, in case in point, you've had amazing support your whole life, and obviously an amazing love for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said it perfectly. We all joke all the time. We're like, if you're playing pool for the money, you're in the wrong sport. Like,
we joke about that all the time. Yeah.
You gotta play pool because you love pool, and hopefully that changes. I mean, I'm not counting that out, that it'll never be the case, but I mean, clearly things are going in the right direction right now. I mean, it's back and bigger than ever. Pre-COVID, you know, post-COVID, I thought there was no chance. It was already, you know, kind of struggling, and then it came back. There's not a weekend that I don't have booked for the rest of the year.
We were just talking about that right before we called you. It seemed like normally we're getting into that part of the year where most people are talking about, oh, well, pool season's over, you know, it's too nice to be inside, blah blah. And we were just talking about how it doesn't quite feel the same now. It seems like people are really wanting to play a lot more. We're seeing a lot more tournaments all over the place, you know, from you know, big level tournaments right down to your, you know, your local bar tournaments and league tournaments and things like that. So it's great to see. It's great to see.
Yeah, it's great to see pool coming back.
Yeah, you have a lot of titles. So tell us about all your titles and all your accomplishments.
I like when the answers start with "oh boy."
I mean, a lot of my bigger titles were the junior involvement. So I won nationals, junior nationals 5 times.
In a row, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I lost my first year, then won the next 5, and then lost my last 2 years. I won collegiate national championships the 1 year I was able to go. Then, unfortunately, the team took a downward spiral, so I couldn't defend it. But the 1 year I went, I did. That title meant a lot to me. I'm trying to think what else. I've gotten MVP for Team USA on the Junior Mosconi Cup twice, two times, I think. So that was a huge moment. I got the first United States MVP that for the first year, so that was probably one of the bigger moments of my life. I'm trying to think of, like, I got, like, the highest finish I've gotten in a WPBA event was 3rd. So the first time that happened was my first ever WPBA event at Soaring Eagles, and I got on ESPN. So that was my first and only chance to get on it, and I did. So that was
That's
awesome.
If you ever want to hyperventilate in the bathroom, just get to a ESPN match because that was stressful.
It's kind of funny that you brought that up. I was going to ask you what's been to this point. What's been your most absolute memorable pool moment? I mean, was it like a shot or something? I mean, something that just when somebody asks you that, what's the first thing that pops to your mind?
The first thing that pops in my mind for the most memorable pool moment. Oof. That is a good question. That is a really good question. I would have to say probably that ESPN moment. There was one shot in particular that people were like, had no idea what I was doing. They're basically like, there's no way she's going to cut this and get perfect shape. And in my head, I was like, there's no way this is going to work out. We're going to go for it anyways. And basically,
not even me believed it.
Basically, the shot was something like this.
This is why I love pool players. I mean, every little detail. There's gonna be a dot on there from some stuff that was on the felt that she could.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're correct. You are correct. Just very seriously. So basically, it was probably a tougher cut than this. But okay, can you see it? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so this dot is the 8 ball. This is the cue ball. This is the 9 ball. So it was like literally, I told myself just hit as little of the 8 ball and hopefully it'll go. So most people here, if you're like bright and smart, you would just drift the cue ball down here, right? But when your heart is pumping and you literally can't feel any part of your body, you hit it hard. So I was like, if you're gonna hit it hard and have it go around the table, right? So I cut it in and the cue ball went like the 4 rails, right? The 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back down. Perfect shape, got out, looked at my dad, went back, looked at my dad. I said, don't expect that to happen again this match because that won't happen. I closed my eyes. Don't ask. Like, I don't know how that happened.
But it looked like you planned it perfectly.
It looked like, oh my God, the crowd went nuts. I was like, oh my God, it worked, bro. Like, I have all these people convinced I know what I'm doing, but I have really no idea.
Oh,
so
I love how much I can tell how much you love the game because I love how much you are literally making me want to go shoot pool. It's awesome. So what are you doing tomorrow? You got a tournament coming up here quick or?
So that expo starts Saturday. So I have to be back on Friday. I'm gonna try to be back, but I'm in West Virginia actually, not Ohio. I went to Ohio and we drove to West Virginia. We're actually out in like the middle of nowhere, West Virginia, and we're riding 4-wheelers and just getting outside, getting some nice nature and quality time together. So it's really needed to do that sometimes, because that's what I grew up doing before pool was even a thing. We would go camping. We had campers majority of my like young life. So we would go 4-wheeling, mudding, snowmobiling because we're in Minnesota. So we went a little bit today before this, so it was kind of fun flashing back to pre-billiard existence of my life. So that's what's on the plan for tomorrow. Is we're just gonna be outside 4-wheeling, maybe play some volleyball or something outside, kind of like camping style. I know I'm in a hotel, but sometimes you have to improvise. So.
You got to get ready for the adventure first. You got to do that.
Oh yeah.
You got to get ready for the adventure first. Man, it's been so awesome talking to you, April. Kayla, you got anything else?
I was just gonna ask if she's gonna be back in Illinois or Peoria again at all.
Yeah. If Josh Suits, I'm sorry, I'm probably saying his last name incorrectly, but if he ends up throwing another one of those, I would definitely put that on the calendar or another women's event. Yeah, I'm always looking for them. So
there you go, Josh.
Kind of. What's that?
There you go, Josh.
He's probably watching. He's probably already designed the flyer right now because you said that.
So if not, I'll definitely be back whenever he throws like the same one that we just had next year. because I had a really good time there. So
Yeah.
Our buddy Melvin throws some pretty good women's tournaments. You should come check out too. So
yeah, absolutely,
we'll
absolutely. I'm
we'll
always
def
looking for flyers.
oh
So
yeah, we'll definitely keep you. You'll have to go check out the group, and we'll hook you up with all kinds of flyers. We'll drag you into something. It'll be a ton of fun, and
sounds good.
we're gonna do our best. We're gonna set up that match between you and Kelly because now I want to see
Yeah.
it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call her and be like,
You didn't
man, you
call her
should have.
out,
I'm
but
gonna be like, you
somebody's
should have
going
heard what
to.
April said about you.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. We would do that, but we would try to set up the match because I think that would be amazing. April, thank you
Yeah.
so much for hanging out with us tonight, and I look forward to hearing more about everything you're doing. And I just I love how much you love the game, and I can't wait for more people to just get to experience some time around you and enjoy all that.
Thank
Again,
Yeah,
you.
she was even like this sweet when I played against her too. She was great. You're very professional and sportsmanlike.
Aw.
I was just thinking, I was like probably one of the few people that wouldn't bother me getting beat by because she'd be like, oh,
I
and it's
know.
I'd feel it be like, oh, look, she's
So
just yeah. So
when I played against her, we were playing 9 ball on the 9 footer, and I thought I made 3 balls on the break. I thought the 1 ball went in, and so I was just shooting at the 2 ball, and she felt worse about it, I think, than I did. She's like, "I'm so sorry for not telling you." I'm like,
Yeah,
"It's my
because
fault."
I think the one was like behind the two, right?
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
was
and I thought it dropped. Yep.
yeah. So I literally had I saw the 1 ball, I would have totally told you. And I was like, I thought you were on the 2 too. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
But, yep.
oh,
no.
that's
It
awesome.
was fun to play against you. Yeah.
Oh, any last shout outs you want to give anybody special you want to holler to real quick, April, before we let you go?
I mean, just like I'm working with Mark. He's kind of my coach right about now. So I want to thank him because I kind of took his time for granted in at Lindenwood because I was, a teenager and just starting college. So I didn't, take it as seriously as I wish I would have. So now I'm taking it extremely seriously, and all his time and efforts I am very grateful for. So shout out to Mark, shout out to June as always, and my family. Like they're there from day one. So they're always there, thick and thin. They're not going to be the ones to ever leave my side if I need them. So they've been there through a lot recently. So I just want to thank them for that.
That's awesome. April, thank you so much. Anytime you want to come hang out with us, you just let us know, and we'd be more than happy to have you. Look forward again to seeing much more from you in the future. I know we will, and look forward to sharing future results from all the tournaments. I know you're going to be doing it. So take care of yourself, and be safe, and have a ton of fun, which I know you will.
Thank you guys so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, April. Have a great night.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
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 If she is not the nicest pool player,
I know. I can't. Her and Sarah Rousey, they're just sweethearts.
oh, I know.
Yeah.
See, that would be another good match too. Her and Sarah, that would probably be a good one.
I had more questions, but
Yeah,
I didn't get to them all. But yeah, I was gonna ask her if she knew if she had met Sarah or not.
yeah, gosh, yeah, she was. Man, I want to go shoot pool. We always talk to all these great people that make me want to shoot pool. I guess that's a good thing. They're doing their job, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it up again. We talked about it a little bit last week. For those of you who might have missed it, our amazing, awesome friend Kaylee just recently received the ACS National League Operator of the Year award because she's so awesome. We're going to find out some more about it. I'm going to dig it up, and when it gets closer. Have you decided? You don't know yet?
No, I haven't. I'm probably not.
Probably not. She was toying it. I think she should, but
I
it'd be cool to
had a
see.
wild hair, but
It'll be cool to see. I think we're working on some little behind the scenes thing. We might be able to get something really.
I think we might be able to get some footage. Yeah.
We might be able to bring a sneak peek from the presentation area. But no, I'm really proud of you, Kaylee. I know it's a little weird for you. Look at the chat box. Everybody loves you, Teresa and Larry and everybody talking. I think that's awesome. It's about time people like you are getting recognized for all the work you put in. I mean, because you you have a lot of players, Kaylee. I don't know if you were noticed or remembered lately, but your player list is humongous. Well, I'm gonna fly through some stuff real quick before we get out of here because we've been going on that. Talking with April was so much fun. I'm gonna jump into we're gonna fly through the flyers real quick, but before we do that, I'm gonna show off some scores and stuff real quick. Teresa, she looks like a ton of fun. I mean, like she looks like to be so much fun to hang out with in person. Like I said, even beating you, it would probably be like, oh man, that was fun. Thanks.
Who?
Um, April.
Oh,
It just
oh yes.
it just seems
Oh, I
like
can't see what you're seeing.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Oh, sorry. She's a yeah. They're that I'm talking to Teresa's in the chat box said she'd love to meet April. Sorry.
it was even fun to lose to her. Also,
Yeah.
she
It's
was
yeah.
just so
You
sweet.
just got to be a great person. She's fun to lose to. So it can't be
Yeah.
done. Well, okay. Let's do that. Well. Let's look at some flyers real quick. This one's kind of it looks interesting to me that two tourneys on the same day. Scotch doubles 8-ball. May 7th, 112 East Cook Street in Portage, Wisconsin. Doors open at 9 a.m. 10 a.m. The auction. 11 a.m. the tourney starts. A 970 and under 8-ball and a 1070 and under 8-ball Scotch doubles. You can text Mike Gans with questions 608-219-5423.
That's a cool place up there. I was just up there for women's Scotch doubles tournament with my friend Tanya Oder. And our friend Isaac has a cabin up there. It's like right by it too, so it was pretty neat. But they have a lot of tournaments just like that where they have the two tournaments in one day.
Mm.
And oh man, they have a lot of tables. And in the basement, they even have one of those. It's like a soccer game, like a pool soccer game.
Oh,
Like,
oh, that's awesome. I
those
remember those.
ones.
I think I remember. Didn't you just post some pictures from that one
I
up there?
posted one picture.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a cool place.
I thought I saw some of that. Yeah, and was it that place and the other one you were talking about? They said they have a um. What was the name of that place? Is that the ballroom
That
again?
was the ballroom.
Yeah,
Yep.
the ballroom. That was. I didn't even.
Oh, the other one up in Wisconsin is the Carom Room, where
Yeah,
we talked
yeah.
about. Yeah,
I thought there was a. Yeah, I thought there was
I have
another
not
one.
made it there yet.
Yeah, I thought there was another one we talked about in Wisconsin. Short notice 9-ball May 7th at 2nd Avenue Corner Pocket, 609 2nd Avenue, Cedar Rapids. $200 added. Doors open at 10 a.m. Auction at noon. Rack your own. Winter breaks. No 3 fouls. No 9 on the break. Just some races on there. It's $30 entry. Last minute they kind of threw it together. You can hang out there and play some 9-ball if you want. Ton of stuff going on this weekend. Just in case you were looking for something to do. There's a ton, and there's way more than just these flyers. So don't forget about that. If you're looking for something to do in the Fulton area, you can come hang out with me. I'll be at Kingpins in Fulton, Illinois, for the Chili Willy 8-ball Memorial Tournament at Kingpins in Fulton, Illinois. Check that out. You can get signed up at budiswiser.net or give us a call. Tuesday night, ISPA Scotch Doubles League. They're meeting Tuesday, May 10th. 7 o'clock at leisure time, 845 Avenue in the Cities, East Moline, Illinois. You can give Marty a call with questions at 563-529-6684. That's Scott's Triples. Where are you talking about going to this?
Which one is that?
The Scott's
Oh,
Triples.
that's in Gutley.
Yeah, the Stumble
Yeah,
May
I'm not sure
14th.
that I can make it now, but it is. I don't know how many spots they have left. I wonder.
I don't know. It
I
says
thought
it's
that was
yeah.
one that would fill up.
It says it's limited to 24 teams. You can get a hold of Jeff Jones and find out more about that. 815-210-2881. It's a Stumble in 201 Kankakee Street in Godley, Illinois. It's their 8-ball Scott's Triples May 14th. It says on the flyer they're only taking 24, so you might want to get a hold of Jeff and find out about that. I will be that weekend. We'll be back in Lanark at Dave's place. Do another 200% payout. Bars matching the pot there. And sounds like Gavin Brown, the traveling chef, will be there serving food from 12 to 3 for all the tournament goers. That ought to be a ton of fun. I saw some of the stuff he makes. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be fun. Saturday, the 21st, a couple weeks from now, the 20th annual Alcorn 8-ball Memorial Tournament. And it's going to be at Benchwarmers in Freeport, 2143 West Galena Avenue. You can get a hold of Mike Brubaker to find out if there's any spots. I talked to Mike about a week ago, and I believe he said they were right around 55 of the 64 players they take. So if you haven't gotten yourself signed up for that, you might want to give him a call and find out. 815-541-9160. That's Mike Brubaker. Find out about getting into the Alcorn tournament. Even if you don't come and play, come on out and hang out. There's all kinds of cool stuff going on out there. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he's got him. Last year he had a guy out there doing some cue work. There's just a ton of stuff going on. Definitely check it out. I'm gonna be out there at some point doing some streaming. It won't be from the get go because my pesky day job's gonna have me, but I will be out there. My pesky day job, and that'll have me tied up for a little bit. But I will be going out there and bringing some of that to you because it is the 20th annual, so it's gonna be a ton of fun. Mike and his wife and everybody involved in that always do a great job. They raise a bunch of money for charity, for local charities around the area. So a great time, whether you're playing or not. Go on out and get in on some of the raffles. Amazing time. Check that out. I feel like I'm trying to fly through a bunch of stuff. I was so prepared today. Look, you can't see it, but I have all these. I have all these papers I actually got prepared for. I'm so proud.
I'm told that you're supposed to check your messenger.
I'm supposed to check my messenger.
Yeah, can you do that?
I can check my messenger. Let's see what my messenger says. Janet.
As far as tournaments, also there was another one. There's Donnie's throwing one in Sheffield, I think Saturday at Phillies.
It looks. And then, let's see if I can make this work. We're gonna attempt something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was just
tell them about Donnie's thing.
I think he's just having an 8-ball tournament, a bunch of different handicaps. So you have to find out what you'd play as at Phillies in Sheffield.
He's doing that Saturday.
In Alabama. So what's that?
He's doing that Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can.
And then you have a tournament Saturday also?
I do have a tournament. Yes, I will. I'll be in Fulton this Saturday at Kingpin's doing that Chili Willy thing. I'm going to see if I can upload this without messing us up. We're going to see if we can get this picture over here. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. What else was I going to do? I can't do that. I'm going to try to find this picture. Here, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. This will work. Janet just sent us a picture, Kaylee. Let's see if we can show everybody. I was gonna ask you something. Oh, I couldn't find a wheel.
Oh, I meant to ask you that too. We did not find a wheel.
We did. Well, we got to come up with something. Kaylee's got Kaylee's got a goodie bag of Salado stuff, and she wanted to give something away. Think of something real quick. How do you think of something? How do you get? Not good at coming up with something on the spot.
No, we have some Salado stuff to get on giveaway. So, I want to. You haven't played your Salado match with me yet.
I know. I haven't. There's a lot of matches of a lot of people, a lot of things I haven't done yet. I'm working on it. We'll get.
Oh, I forgot. You're just a passenger, right?
I'm just a passenger, man. Where did this go? Oh, it's not here. I can't find it. Oh, we're gonna definitely play that Salado match. Okay. So that'll be our plan for next week. We will figure out how to get that. We'll figure out how to get
the
wheel going so that we can
have a wheel of
the wheel of prizes, and we'll spin it so that we can decide what prize to give away. All right, we'll probably have to do this next week because it's not working. I can't get this one to pop up and show the picture. Janet sent me a picture of all the league operators of the year. Excuse me.
Oh.
So next week we will. I will do some proper research, and we will properly acknowledge Kaylee and the rest of the ACS National Operators of the Year. You should be so happy and proud.
Yeah.
It's a confusing time for you. It's weird for you to be recognized and appreciated as a league operator. I know it's tough. There are classes and support groups that will help you get through it, Kaylee. People, I saw a post. I was gonna talk about it. I saw a post today. I think, what was his name? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up so I get it right. It was Scott Bracken. I don't know. Was that his name? Yes. No, not Scott. Curtis Bracken. There he is, right there. he put a post today that I saw, and I just put a smile on my face. He said it said, "Shout out to all tournament directors out there. We may not play in all your events, but we appreciate what you do week after week. It's great having choices." So I just wanted to say, hey, you know what, Curtis? Thank you so much for thinking of us all. It was a
Yeah.
cool post. I mean, it's getting a pretty neat reaction. If you guys got some really cool Facebook groups, that pool related groups that talk about stuff, share things, let us know about it so we can tell some people. I love some of the groups that I go to, see some of these cool stories. They're awesome. Lynn in the chat, how you doing, Lynn? We'll see you this weekend. It's gonna be a fun. I'm trying to think if we missed anything else, April. Yeah, no. Are we missing anything?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Um, I'm gonna let's see. Next week is the
Okay.
well, we missed a lot, yeah, because that's how we roll. Next week we are scheduled to talk to Blake Baker, find out about his impressive run the past couple of months and some of the big names he's taken down. Uh, love talking to him. I talked to him a while back on the show. He was a ton of fun. Another guy who loves the game. And he's real busy running around the tournaments and stuff like that. Um, oh, I'm gonna do my league things real quick, and then we'll get out of here because we're just going on and on, Kaylee. We're just going on and
Yeah.
on. Operators, directors, you can join me in sharing your league stats and standings and show off all your players' accomplishments in your various leagues. Get a hold of us at TNT Off the Rails Show group on Facebook, or give us a call 833-TNT Pool, or find us on Facebook or one of the amazing many million places you can find us. You're looking at the TNT Ladies League, doubles league. These ladies shoot in between Dixon and Rock Falls. Congratulations, Felicia Ballard, who shot a perfect match, getting herself a 60. You're looking at the team standings, and we keep track of over here on the right side of that is a points allowed stat, the average points that the ladies allow per game that they play. So you can see how many games that go in there and points they've allowed and all that cool stuff. And then there's a look at their averages, their career averages, and their current season averages and things like that, points that they have earned. We have run a couple different doubles leagues, TNT. This is our City Cup League. This is the two doubles leagues between Rock Falls and Dixon. They each play in their own city throughout the season, building together two City Cup teams that play and battle for that City Cup. It's a bunch of fun. You can find out more information on the TNT page. A lot of shout outs here. Big week for doubles matches, actually. Rick and Jeff Martz shot a perfect team match, won every game in their match, all 12 games against their opponent, earning them both 60s. Excuse me. James Brashaw was a perfect match, chalking up a 10-0 in there as well. Jared Mewherter with a 10-0 ERO, cleaning things up and doing it all in one big swipe and not giving anything to his partner or his opponent. What's that?
Jared the 3.
Jared's the 3. Jared's my buddy. Jared and I are the best. How did we used to put it? Jared and I could run 7. We could run 7 on you all day. Run 7 on you all day. There you can see the team standings and the points allowed for the season over there for the Rock Falls doubles players. And then there's their averages and things for that. Then move over to the Dixon side of that equation, that league, the Dixon doubles league. Great shooting. Another team perfect match in the Dixon division. Rick Wakefield and Al DeLatel both shooting 60s against their opponents, winning all 12 games in their match. Monroe Wells had an 8-ball break against me this week in league. Yeah. Yes, I do shoot pool. In middle of the road, if you can see it.
Here, I wouldn't know. But.
Yeah, someday you will witness it in person. It'll be amazing, and it will scare you all at the same time. And there's a look at everybody's league, their averages for this season and for their career for TNT. So you can find all kinds of information about that on the TNT Facebook page and our TNT Leagues group. Rhett Butler, who runs a great weekly tournament at Breakers.
Breakers.
Yeah.
Clinton,
Yep,
Illinois.
Clinton, Illinois. He runs a great tournament over there every week. If you're in the area, check it out. You can find him on Facebook and get signed up for it. Always a great crowd. You see right there in the chat box window, big shout out to Abram and Clayton Bray winning national championships from Peoria, and Tom Ramlow winning their skill level championships in the APS Vegas area. Awesome stuff, man. We saw a lot from Abram over the past day or so, documenting his matches and stuff like that. Great job to all of them. Congratulations. Amazing shooting.
Yeah.
Some
We were
good
talking about he was talking about the tables out there, that one of his matches got delayed because the table was so rolling off so bad. So that'd be interesting to
I
hear about.
was that what the whole it took him 15 minutes to rack thing or something? I heard that
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I just saw he said his match was delayed until a new table could be. They had to move tables.
wow. What do they play on at APA out there?
I'm not sure.
It'd be interesting to hear some more about this. I did see that. I did notice that every post was ended with a little update on
Yes.
the status of the tables. And while we can say what he said, we're just gonna leave it at he wasn't happy with the tables. We're just gonna put it that way. Yeah, it's a tough spot. It would be interesting to hear what happens or what was said. I do know it sparked a lot of very spirited conversations and opinions about certain products and yeah, I know, isn't that weird? They had opinions, pool players, and they were not afraid to voice not afraid to voices. Brett says the tables were much better in the finals. I didn't get to see anything actually from him as I was preparing for the show, so I didn't see if he didn't make any comments about that.
That he won.
Yeah, so been a lot of really cool things going on in pool. A lot of cool things, and we've been. Personally, I've been slacking on keeping up with it because there's just so much going on. It's hard to keep up with it. I mean, just when you think you know. Yeah.
You have April and hear about all these pro events, and it's a lot to keep up with.
There's which it's not a bad problem to have. I mean, it's amazing that we have this much going on. So, Jenny Thomas, Miss Mama TNT in the chat box. Hi, how are you doing? Which means that the show's probably almost over now. We're
all right.
A ton of stuff. Man, we're gonna have to have April on again so we can finish asking her questions because I know you had more. I know I could have come up with more. She's just
so easy to talk to.
She is, and she's so nice. And like I said, she loves the game so much that it's just it's crazy. And the sport needs more of that, and she does. If you haven't yet, go check out April on Facebook and the different places she does. She does a great job of representing herself and her sponsors and the sport, and it's amazing. Again, thank her very much for coming on. Good job to you, Kaylee, for booking such amazing interviews for us. You're doing such a great job. I'm so happy. So happy you're around. I forgot. I might be up. I might be up your way or down your up towards your area Friday. She's Mama TNT's got work over that way in one of the factories, and she says I'm going to be her driver or something. So, she said if I remember her words correctly, were I'm going to go to work. I'm going to drop your ass off at Kaylee so you can shoot pool while I work. So
thanks, Danny.
That's the plan. So maybe we'll play that Solano match on Friday. So we're gonna get out of here. Next week we will try our dangdest to figure out how to give away some cool free Solano stuff.
If anybody wants to set up a match with me via Solano app, you'll get a prize that way also.
Ooh, yeah. There you go. Hit Kaylee up on Solano app. Check it out, solano.app. Find your game. Build your Fargo rate, build your robustness, or just play in some of their really cool weekly and monthly. Not even think they don't do daily ones, but a bunch of really cool giveaways and prizes and stuff like that. Go check it out, solano.app. Kaylee, we gonna get out of here. It's been a great show. April was awesome. You were awesome. We're gonna
Friday, maybe.
Huh? Yes, I hope so. I need it. Listen to April talk about it. I need it. And she did. She made me. I might actually go up and shoot. I cleaned my table off. I might go upstairs. I might go shoot some. Yeah, we'll see how it is. Until next
Uh,
week, I've been Bud. That's been Kaylee. Don't forget to check out TNT Off the Rails Show group on Facebook. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, like, and follow. Click on your bell. Turn on all your live notifications. Don't forget to join us every Wednesday right here, 7 o'clock Central Time. It's live. Really, really live. Very, very live every time. Kaylee, you've been awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us, chatting with us in the chat box. Join us. And again, next week, you could be the topic of conversation. We could be sharing your story, telling everybody how awesome you are. Rhett, thank you very much. We will do our best to keep it up. And you, sir, keep up the great work with your amazing tournaments. Maybe we'll get to share some of your results soon. I did see some, and I meant to grab them. Love to have you on the show soon, Rhett. Kaylee, love you. Have a great night.
Yep.
See you soon. Bye-bye, everybody.